Hey guys, it's Sophia, the girl who's been helping your grade 9 music class out here and there. Today I'm going to be sharing a couple tips on how to stay organized and manage your time. Before we get started, I'm going to share with you a little bit about my passion for music. Ever since I can remember, I've always loved listening, dancing, and enjoying music in general. It started with, dancing in the kitchen with my family on Sunday morning breakfasts, to, being part of the school band and playing a bunch of different music, putting my own pieces together, and just a whole, love for music in general. But along the way, I have had some struggles. I have had to practice a lot. I've had to learn to manage my time, and that's why I'm here today, to share those tips with you. After all, music only improves, and you only improve in music if you practice and practice and practice. Firstly, I'm going to emphasize the fact that you all need to stay organized if you want to manage your time. Obviously, music isn't the only thing in our life. We have other classes, we have extracurriculars, we have things outside of schools, clubs, sports teams. All these things end up racking up, and sometimes it can feel overwhelming and you don't really know what to do first. That's why you have to stay organized with your time. How do you do that? You can keep a calendar. I love keeping calendars on my phone that send me reminders, that alert me when things are due. That way I'm able to see the general spectrum of things. I'm able to see the month of September all in one page, and I'm able to see what dates are important, when I need to get things done by. Another thing that I really enjoy doing, more on a day-to-day basis to help me keep organized on the daily, are to-do lists. I like to keep a little journal where I'm able to put down all the things that I have to complete in one day. That way, I know, things that I have to prioritize, and I know things that I have to get done now. Secondly, I'm going to emphasize staying prioritized. Do the harder tasks first, and then the easy things will fall in line. For example, in a music class, you can be working on a variety of things all at once. You could be working on some performance pieces, you could be working on some theory, and then you could be working on your own, adventures in music. So to prioritize, you could create a schedule where, let's say, you practice for about 20-30 minutes, and maybe after then your embouchure is getting kind of sloppy, maybe your hands are a little tired, so you're going to want to work on theory and maybe exercise your brain rather than your body. So then after working on theory for a while, you can go back to playing your instrument, back to focusing on the practical side of music, and then you can go back to theory, and then go back and forth. That way you're prioritizing your time, you're doing, some of the harder things, some of the easier things, but you're getting everything done in general. The third tip that I want to give you guys is to stay calm and stay relaxed. Everything will fall into line, just as you want it to. Even just 30 minutes to take a quick break is very easy, especially because I know music can be very frustrating from my own experience. Whether that be playing that absolute highest note on the flute or getting those rhythm patterns on the drums, sometimes music can be frustrating because as much as we want it to happen, it only comes with practice. And sometimes, no matter how much practice we do, it still takes a little time for us to pick up on whatever we want to accomplish. But nothing good ever comes from getting frustrated. Nothing good ever comes from lashing out. If we stay calm, if we step back for maybe 10, 15, 30 minutes, take a quick deep breath, breathe, let our mental health rest, we will be more productive in the end. On that note, I'm going to bring us to our fourth tip, repetition. Staying organized and managing our time in music is very important. And something that goes hand in hand with that is repetition and practice. Practicing your instrument, practicing your theory, it's going to get all of those things flowing much more easier, and in the long run, you're going to be able to do those things much faster. Like I mentioned before, like the examples that I used before, let's say I'm playing the flute, or let's say I'm playing any other instrument, and we're just trying to pick up those, harder patterns, those higher notes, maybe those lower notes that are a little bit harder to play as well. We're not going to get those until we practice. So repetition is key. Repeat only the key points that you're having trouble on. Not just the whole piece in general, not just the whole concept in general, just the objects we need to repeat. Lastly, I'm going to sneak in a fifth tip, motivation. We're going to want to motivate ourselves. Music is something beautiful. Music is something that we get passionate about, that we enjoy, that we feel running through our veins. But sometimes, like I said before, it gets a little frustrating because we can't play those certain notes, because sometimes it's just not coming to us. Sometimes we're not in a good mood. So it's really good to set motivation for yourself. You're going to say, you know what, I'm going to reach, bar 50 in this song, and if I do, I'm going to let myself have a little break. Or if I reach bar 60, I'm going to give myself a little candy. I'm going to treat myself. If I get to bar 70, I'm going to give myself another prize. But as long as we keep motivating ourselves, we're going to want to keep building more. And motivation is a good way to start. And we can motivate our peers, we can motivate ourselves, we can motivate anybody really. And that way we keep building together. We as a band, orchestra, or even as a single artist, you can keep motivating yourself to do better. You can keep pushing yourself. You can keep striving for more and reaching for the stars, because music is truly a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. So with that being said, let's do a little recap of what we learned. The 5 tips. Number 1, stay organized. With calendars, to-do lists, bullet journaling maybe, anything that you can do to know what you have to do and when you have to do it. Number 2, prioritize. Get the harder things done first, and then the easier things will fall into line next. Number 3, stay calm, take breaks, relax. Number 4, repeat. Repetition, practice is essential to getting those harder, tricky parts done. Number 5, motivate yourself. Always keep pushing and striving for more, and your time will become much more efficiently used. Thank you for watching, and I hope that these 5 tips helped you out. I'll see you around in music class.